Oh, that one.
So it was a little less.
Do you need something?
I'll just hold it.
Was I saying?
I
need to go see it. I'll check.
Yeah.
I didn't bring mine's, I guess, on the phone.
Come on, Lane. Don't forget some hole.
We can pull up a chair. There's a table. Here, right here. You'll have to sit across from Glenda. Glenda can kick him if he gets out of line.
He has to step by you. All the knees down. Yes, are we in the right place?
Hi,
Thomas.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
The only thing is only one, but
Thank you.
everybody, but I'm assuming you're Emily. Hi, Emily, I'm Susan. Missouri Life is here today to talk to us. They, I was talking to Tom, our new rep, and they have a lot of things to offer that I was not aware of. So I tried to do something here. What we've got money-wise, and then what we've already got planned, what we've actually committed to, and then what we've talked about. My hands are so cold. It's just a bad one.
Yeah, it's cold outside.
You want me around?
Thank you.
I figured you're busy.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, your little board.
Yeah, those billboards are beautiful.
Did you see one south? Yeah.
No, I need to. Yeah.
I've got, but it's not, I'm getting my phone section. Space to.
I got that out.
Sure.
My biologist went, my GPS took me away, and there was a bridge that was being worked on by MoDOT, so the bridge was out. So I had to turn all the way around, and I'm, oh my God, where am I? So I paused it earlier.
No, we're.
Yeah, it takes you to the dead end.
So I was telling Chase about that. He's like, I think we need to figure out how to Google.
I'm only here, Johnson.
Hi. Hi, nice to meet you. Yes, Cody. Right.
So here's how to keep it over from Missouri Life stuff, because Jenny's got her problems that she's going on, where she's taking to. She's just
Okay.
Yeah, so that's difficult.
Yeah. Well, you guys are all on this.
Yes.
Okay. It's the story of our lives. Yeah.
Where?
I know, right?
I don't know.
It's okay.
I'm gonna let you guys go first. So you tell us, and you're not talking a lot.
I do that too.
So, have you heard something?
Rich.
Less than what me.
Yes, Rich.
And, can we just kind of go around the room and just say who you are and what you do?
What we do really, or what we do for the basic career?
Well, okay, whatever, yeah, either one, I guess for here.
I'm Susan Pajot. I am president, the tourism chairperson. Haley and I, gosh, Kayla, how long have we been doing this?
Since maybe 2021.
Yeah.
Maybe? Yeah.
And then I did it before that for a short time, and then Nubby's been with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, so,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm new to town.
Okay.
My husband and I just moved here a year and a half ago. So we just opened up our own business and wanted to get involved and now I'm here.
And B,
Yep.
B.
I'm Linda Sherman. I am a Ward 3 council person for the city and half liaison for the tourism.
she's been really good with coming up with good ideas.
Take notes, take things back to the city, talk, I try to help them out with some ideas and things like that. I enjoy coming to the city.
Awesome.
I'm Emily Sitton. I just got appointed to tourism and I was the director for Chamber of Commerce.
I'm Chris Sitton. I'm the Louisiana director for the Louisiana Municipal Corps with the city.
My name is Nick Lubrecht. I'm the assistant city administrator.
The guy,
Trace and I do IT for the city.
Hi.
so we're using Zoom.
We're being Zoom. Oh, awesome.
So that's what
Are we?
And the other half of it, somehow or another. Right.
Who's the better?
I've been doing a lot longer than Wayne.
Yeah. Just not really different.
Okay, well, I'm Deborah Marshall, and I'm the director of sales and marketing for Missouri or beyond, and Tom's our St. Louis representative, and he's new to the company, what, about a month?
Beginning of February. Yes.
That has many, many years in media, and has a great depth of knowledge of radio and digital, so he's a great addition to our team, and so thanks for giving us time, and sorry I felt like I just blew on my broomstick and like, here I am. So before we get started, tell me any, kind of, some of you are new. Are there any questions you have about Missouri Life? Are you familiar with it? Anything we can answer before we start talking about some ideas that we have for you all?
one thing we've gotten, there was some objections, and when we were advertising this, how many subscribers there are.
Okay.
Do you have any numbers?
Sure. I got a bunch of that. Yeah. So this, yep, sure.
Because that's one thing that we don't, I personally think it's a venue we need to use, and I think the rest of us on the board were feeling that way, because people are paying. It's not just something you pick up, they're paying because they want to travel. And I may be incorrect on this, but my impression was also that's giving us the top age end more so, not the top us, but I know when people, their last kid goes away, you have money all of a sudden because you're not funding all this stuff, and you're doing good work. So that was my impression from what I do know about Missouri Life, that they are going to draw in people that have the funds to come and stay overnight, spend a weekend with us, where our social media, a lot of that, we do a lot of Facebook advertising, of course, it's going to go. The younger set, I'm kind of hit or miss on Facebook myself, I'm not big. Going on there, most of the time, it's something really funny to look at. Or, they're just, I'm not. So if I made any misconceptions in that area.
I'll cover those for you.
Okay.
So when you do your Facebook, I imagine administers it. What are you exactly doing on the Facebook? Like, what do you utilize Facebook for? Like advertising, video, or just mostly posting on your
I
Facebook
think when
site?
there's, Jody does a lot of that part. People, I do some, we're trying to get something out, something's coming ahead. So we have some big events we try to get that posted ahead of time and find out information. We still are struggling with getting people to let us know. In advance, things change, you know, and it's like, then we've got the wrong information there, because we weren't told, or not updated, not that we were told, we just, here's what's gonna happen, and they forgot to update us and let us know. Something we do want to get into more of is, doing, unless someone is purposely coming to us, they use the bypass. So they don't see when we're in a restaurant, at the store, any of that. So we're still kind of developing how boosting people out, boosting new businesses out on Facebook. And the city had a concern that we were spending public funds for abuse of private business. Because we got that all ironed out. So
Do you utilize anything else beside, I mean, do you like billboards or anything else?
we actually have 2 billboards we just put up. This one's outside of town, just went up. And then I don't know if you've seen this one, it's the only one that we've been here. Oh, anyway. And this one, unfortunately, we'll put it out. This one's between Moscow Mills and Troy.
You said that was outside town, is that?
It's on 54.
Oh, okay.
And with 54, if you're coming, there's a cutoff.
If you're traveling east, you're heading east, you can
Right, you see it.
before you hit the floor.
Because I come from out of the Chicago area, and my niece went to the zoo. We have a number of people from there come to like the Ozarks, and they cut right there. And they're like, when I was moving, oh, I've been there. Oh, been there before. Oh, I just got in the gas station. I'm like, no, that doesn't count. So our goal is trying to get people downtown to where the majority of our pieces are, get them to come down Georgia Street. So, and
And
this,
those just whatever.
we had one before, but we didn't like it as well as we you know, we're learning from our families. But this one is really, really a lovely one, and it's about you. So this is really fun. Because we got our goal is to get people from out of town, not so much advertising, you know, to the people in town. And it's kind of amazing. We do a lot of Facebook and things, and people are why did that happen? Because everybody's been talking about it. So that's our goal is to bring them from out of town.
We make posts. We do a lot of posting on it. They usually post, Emily and Trish usually post, and I usually just share their posts and we try to get it out as many shares as we can.
Do you have more people you think that come from in-state or outside?
I would say in-state majority, maybe like, yeah, or even like Quincy area, things like just slightly outside. Quincy, St. Louis, Columbia.
So they're mostly Missourians exploring Missouri.
Right, and that's something that the HPD is looking into, because the state of Missouri did a whole thing on their website about tourism. It turns out 42% of the visitors within the state come from within the state. The next biggest is Illinois and Arkansas, the city us, and there's a lot of states we don't even ever come.
Right.
So that's why, you know, we were leaning a lot towards something that concentrates on our people. Not a lot of people are gonna come from the Oklahoma just for us.
Right.
We think we're great.
They're real isolated.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't reach everybody. You have to reach that.
We have to decide who, and that's something that we're still trying to figure out where we're gonna, you know, target. We don't have a lot of businesses here that we have no factories or things like that to speak of, or large ones. So, getting people what do we have? Our riverfront is not developed where it's there's one little pier for putting the boat in and out, so people on the river don't stop. And I heard wonderful things about the marina, though. They have really upped it in the last couple of years, so the owners done a fabulous job on that. But often they don't have vehicles to get them across, not that they couldn't walk, but, you know, that's, I don't know, that a lot of them are, they're more relaxed. And so we don't get that, and so the big thing we have here to advertise is, you know, our historic buildings. We have one of the biggest collection of Mexican buildings in the state. We have a lot of history. About the website of that, the historic Louisiana, and then you can just walk into a sign, QR code. So that's kind of where we are.
And the events.
And the events. So we've had Color Fest for a million years.
At least 25 years, if not closer to 30.
38 years.
38 years, yeah.
And so Jody started this Bluegrass Festival 2 years ago by herself. Unbelievable. The draw was phenomenal. I've never seen as many vendors here as she pulled off. And, you know, kudos to her. It was phenomenal.
How long have you been doing it?
Jody, our other person, did it on her own
For 2 years.
2 years.
So this is its third year, and Emily is taking it over.
Oh, no,
Chris.
Chris.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, Jody was the thing she got.
Let me ask, do you have any video of the past events? Do you have?
Not that I know.
I bought some just from the storefront. I'll video, yeah.
Well, in the last year, there's some of the drone videos of Color Fest.
Yeah. You saw the video.
Do you remember whose site that was? That did the drone last year?
Woodrow supposedly has footage.
Woodrow. Holston, he did footage of from a drone for Color Fest.
You did?
Mhm. That's how we figured out about the head count of 15,000 people attending.
For colors.
Mhm.
Yes.
Who had it? Just kidding.
Yeah, the videos were, yeah.
Especially because almost everyone has a ball cap up sometimes.
So I know it's really hard when you do events like this or when people come in. Do you really have any idea as to where you're drawing the most people from?
No, the only event we have that we have anything like that is, I do it with the Louisiana Community Betterment. We do house tours. So Christmas house tours, so people open up their home and we have those. And so I set up a registration. The question is, and I hadn't heard about it. And most all of it's Facebook or friends. It was too.
What's inside?
So again, you said about the reason how they thought it was Facebook, they thought it was.
Yes, and I asked them that one of the questions, where they heard about this.
So when they say Facebook, are they coming to your Facebook page and seeing it, or are they going to theirs to some of the
We
website?
used to know. So we used that out. And that one, you know, people go back. It's first. I moved to.
Right.
So anybody else have any other questions or? Okay, so I'll just kind of start at the beginning, just kind of give you everything, so in case you have a question on something. Missouri Life magazine has been around for over 50 years. It originally started in St. Louis. And Reagan's Needed Wood bought it in 1999. Cents, so we're paying. Can you hear me? No. We publish out of Rocheport, Missouri. We have, I feel like, one of the most fabulous audiences on the planet. The newspaper industry, and everybody hated me every time I went to have an opinion about something, right? Never getting good. Magazine, I always have great conversations. People always say, love the magazine. We did this, so it's such a great product to work with and to be part of. We are a subscriber-based publication. We have 26,000 subscribers. That is 98% of our distribution is paid, and that's we do have some single copy publications that we sell that are most popular and where we sell the most of our magazines is Barnes and Noble. So we in every Barnes and Noble in the state, we are there. People that purchase us there. So we have very few what we call controlled issues, which we those are free. So we have very few of those. And like what you said, people pay. Our kind of our sweet spot of our audience is our average age is 55. And that's really never changed. We have always been 55, 56, 57. So we kind of say that we're kind of grown into our magazine, you know, really soon that because now they are up to next year's and to go out and visit Missouri. Our average household income is $150,000. We have 20% of our household income is at $200,000 or more. So 20%. So we do have an audience that is ready, willing, and able to go travel and go see and spend money to travel. That's okay. That's okay. We do also though, and I want you to think about this too. We're just not in that 55 sweet spot. We have readers from age 34 all the way up to 74. So we do have a strong readership there. And most of our subscribers are women. But I will say this with a caveat. When I'm at the Missouri Botanical Gardens, we have there every year. I hear the guys tell me, or the wives tell me, the guys grab the magazine first before the wives get it because they want to read it first. So I don't know if it's really true that we just be women that are the subscribers, but men are really grabbing it first. So we, we have great readership on both sides. Our digital products run the gamut of anything we possibly can imagine. We have a website. We also do all social media. Digital display, we're targeting, we have a Lifelines newsletter that is 25,000 subscribers that goes out twice a week. We recommend that people use the Lifelines newsletter for three things. Events, that's the number one thing people want to learn about is events. They also want to know travel and tourism, where to go, where to stay, fun things to do for the weekend or for the next weekend. And also made in Missouri. So folks that make products that are Missouri made, those are the things that people want to know. Now we have surveyed that. We've done a survey, it's kind of anecdotal, but it's pretty accurate.
I think what's cool where I came from St. Louis, like KMOX radio and all that. We would send out newsletters too. But our open rates were like 5 or 6%. This is like 39%, which is like
Strong open rate. So when you get an email and email box.
Open it up and read it.
And they open up and read it. Yeah.
It makes sense. We start doing.
So, and we're really proud of our lifelines and newsletters because we feel like they're very, very well done. You know that you're gonna get something cool to see, it's very visual, and it's not a gigantic one for the newsletter. We have 3 things that we say in each newsletter, things to do, places to meet, or things to go to. So, pretty stable that way. We're not trying to, what we call fatigue. We don't want people to have fatigue with newsletters because it's a lot, so we try to keep it short, simple, and to the read. So for the weekly, yes, yeah, and I would encourage everybody to go to our website, and there are places to sign up all over for the e-newsletter, and you just go right to the bottom left, you can sign up, and it's free. You'll get to see what all things that are going across Missouri. So I encourage you to do that.
Like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is kind of the Missouri Lifeline newsletter. Just has events coming out to it. That's kind of what they're getting.
Yeah, and our click-through rate is the click-through on the banners on people's ads averages between anywhere from 6% to probably 11%, depending on the creative. We try to encourage people not to do brand ads on that, but things that are to do, like events or come see us.
Incentives, something like that.
Right.
That's what the.
One of the things that we do differently in the magazine, we do this 3 times a year because, one of the things businesses have talked to us, and of course in my newspaper career, it was always hard to say, well, I wonder how did that ad really work? Right? People walk in and they go, here's the ad from Missouri Life, which happens, but really, how does this work? 3 times a year, we do what we call a Baxter Reader Ad Study. And Baxter is a partner of ours that is a research company. And we survey our readers to look at the advertising and give us feedback. And that feedback can come in. So what do you think of the ad? And we'll find out what people thought of the ad. Would you respond to the ad? Would you buy from them? Would you go there? Would you purchase from them? Would you go to their website? There's all kinds of, there's a lot of questions we ask, but it's, invaluable feedback. We've been doing it for 3 years, and it has helped out our advertisers in a couple of ways. It's helped them understand how our audience responds to the advertising. They don't like white type, by the way. We know that, so anybody that puts white type in the ad, they don't like. But then there's nuggets of information within the comments that they tell us of things that they don't understand or that they might be better, that have helped a lot of our advertisers change campaigns and have to make their ads be more successful in the magazine. And it's free with an ad that's a half-page ad manager, but it's been a very valuable piece of information for advertisers. And on the nonprofit side and on your side, it helps you give information to boards or people who want to know, well, what's happening with our ad with Missouri Life? How are people responding? It gives you some ability to be able to have a metric to be able to say that here's how the readers thought of our ad and what happened. So that's very valuable to you guys, and we think it helps. And it helps us too. I mean, we get information back on the magazine as well. You asked about subscribers, social media. Our social media, we have a Facebook page too, and we do Facebook advertising, but we also recommend using Facebook in a different way, and using Facebook and building an audience. And so, because what happens is when you post to your Facebook page, you're going to get 2 to 3% of the people that are your followers. It's just the way Facebook operates. It's their algorithm, and it's how it works. And so we can build your audience that you're looking for and find all those people in that audience that are on Facebook and deliver a message to them. And it's incredibly effective. So if we say, you're looking for 34-year-olds that like whiskey and want to come down, we'll find them and we'll serve them an ad. Yeah, we can. And then the whiskey, right? Or if you want to, so it's right in the newsfeed. If you want to find people that are looking at old homes and would like to learn more about old homes or into history, that like to travel and do that kind of stuff, we can find those people and we can build those audiences and find them. So, and because that's our currently
besides our events, that's the one draw. And it's interesting. 2018, we brought the Roots on the River competition here. And it went really well, especially for our first year, but I went around, I was one of the chair on it and talked to everybody that night. We went on and on how cool our town is, and I think the architecture and then where they said where I'm from, family and friends have come down and they just love our town. We need to get that out there. We need to get people to come.
It's hard to do it on Facebook too. I mean, Facebook is, it's like, a lot of times I go to Facebook because I already know something going on and I want to find out more information. But how do I find out what's going on? Where do I get that? Those impressions, like what's hitting me with those? And so that's kind of how, I mean, I view Facebook as being something like that. Like, it's a little bit different than, you know, people just utilizing Facebook for advertising. You're really missing a lot of personal stuff because you're only getting those people that are in the action, that are ready to do something, and so they will look for it.
So by building the audience, then we can find those people who aren't necessarily expecting or knowing what you're doing. So, right, so then they can say, oh my gosh, I didn't know anything about that, you know, and it feeds right into that. Yeah, so we also, another avenue that, and I have a presentation to give you guys, and we'll review that in just a second, but just kind of the last big overview is our website. We have a website that has about 50,000 visitors a month. We have a lot of advertisers that utilize the website, one, for display advertising, like cube ads, you know, little square ads, and float around our banner ads. We also use our website for what we call publisher site retargeting. So people that come to our website, we actually now send them an ad back to them. We have many advertisers, like Missouri Division of Tourism uses our website for that to retarget. So if somebody from Illinois is coming in or for Chicago or somewhere and they're looking at the website, they're now getting an ad back from the Missouri Division of Tourism. It says, come to Missouri, you know, so.
She says they're getting an ad back. That means if they come to our website and they leave and start scrolling to other websites, that has, our ad's gonna pop up on, your ad's gonna pop up on those websites.
It's kind of like when you're looking for a pair of boots on your computer, and then a couple days later you see another pair of boots show up. It's kind of that same concept of. Yeah, 15 minutes, right?
You'll get served that for a while. You'll get served that until you're just not looking at it anymore. And then if they go away, then pick up your next interest from whatever you're looking for.
Right. And our website does skew a little bit younger, just, you know, in the 30s, maybe more 30s, 40s, a little more male. You know, so we have a really nice mix of audience between all of our digital products and our print product. And we tell everybody to utilize the magazine as the big gigantic awareness piece. We want everybody know what you're doing, who you are. We're Louisiana, here we come, right? And then what we want to do is we want to get everybody to your website or to your Facebook page to find out all the stuff that we're doing. So it's kind of like we use the magazine for the big pieces, and when people are actually looking, on down, right? And yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing right now for us is, we're here.
Well, 56% of people don't know you exist. For everything. Maybe Coca-Cola and Pepsi are different, but I mean, for the most part, people, 56% of the population does not know where most of anybody's businesses exist, which is kind of scary, right? So, yeah. But it's true, people don't know. So that's why the magazine is the big awareness piece. To let people know you're here. You're cute. You're cute.
Right. And it's letting the right people.
And people have some money.
Right. People who want to go, you know, destinations, events, they want to travel, they want to see destinations.
And Tom's expertise is really, and the only thing we haven't talked about is OTT. So one of the other options we have is to be able to purchase advertising in streaming. So, talk a little bit on that.
Like, you know, everybody knows what streaming TV is. Obviously, you have a Roku or a smart TV or a Fire Stick or something like that. You usually go in there and go to Hulu, or you go to Sling or something else like that. Netflix, right? Unfortunately, Netflix is not that supported yet. They will be though. So what we have the ability to do is to actually hyper target those specific households and actually serve commercials right down to that household level. So we can designate an age group, we can designate a household income, we can also designate a category like travel. And then we can serve 30 to 15-second, 30-second commercials right to that specific household. Now it's coming to the point where we can actually addressable. So that means, addressable means that we can actually take our database of our subscribers and send commercials down to a household address of our subscriber. So that's really building that frequency, because usually you utilized traditional media like radio and TV for awareness and education. You want to build that reach and then target those with those specific events that you're doing like on Facebook and stuff like that, drive them to there. So that's kind of how we have the ability now to be able to get those impressions and drive that reach to specific zip codes that you would like. I mean, that's why I was asking, where do you think you're pulling them from? Because you're not pulling from Chesterfield and St. Louis. Why do you want to advertise to there? So that's why we really like to find a specific areas where you guys can utilize the best and pull the people that you want to pull.
So we also have a Missouri, in addition to that, and one thing that we just are getting implemented and are going to be able to use is we can also take our subscribers and we can do what we call the addressable geofencing. And so we can address all of our subscribers. So we can say, you know, we'd like to do Missouri, the magazine throughout the entire state. But then I really want to target those Missouri Life subscribers in St. Louis with some digital advertising. So that's another what we call tactic of being able to do that. We also have built a Missouri Life lookalike audience. And so now we have our regular magazine advertisers, or excuse me, subscribers. We have our geofencing, which is the addressable geofencing. And then now we have a separate Missouri lookalike audience that are not subscribers. So we have all of those people that we now have into a digital database that we can.
So when she says look-alike, do you guys understand what that is?
They look just like.
So
Missouri.
look-alike, let's say we're doing addressable, we're doing streaming, we're sending it to this household. We're not only are we sending the signal, we're also pulling information back. So we kind of know what television shows they're watching, what they're doing online, what their age is, everything else. And so, yeah, what we do is we just mirror that household. Hey, this household loves this. This other household loves this. That's not a
So you're seeing
subscriber.
the HGTV people that are watching the historic home, because I've seen since I moved here, there were exactly 2 websites 10 years ago that did historic homes and all the houses that you could go to. That's how I found my house. I was in Louisiana. And now there are multiple websites. There are HGTV shows that I've been watching it for a long time that are now coming in and doing historic, gearing towards that, which they didn't do before. And, you know, seeing all these, and a lot of these work.
If it's streaming, if it's a streaming show, then we can do it for the most part. If it's like on a Dish network, like we're not able to do that.
Well, you can get in within the Sling
The
app
Sling,
and you
but-
can serve it in there, but you don't. So streaming isn't like everybody's familiar with TV. If you put a commercial on TV, who's ever watching that TV is going to see that. However, if your target group isn't watching, your commercial still pays and you still pay for it. Streaming, it only airs if that person is in front and actually has it on, and that's it. So the device is not going to serve a commercial to a screen that's not on. It'll wait until that person turns that television on and then it will show. It's kind of Big Brother's kind of stuff. Nobody really likes
So it's out
it.
there,
So there's a lot of ways that we can find the audience that you are looking for. And, you know, certainly the magazine is one of the audiences that you are looking for sure. And the income levels, the age groups, the time and the ability to come see Louisiana. So that's one piece. And then, you know, all the digital pieces, we could do 100 million different things, but I mean,
Right.
it's enormous. So we've put together some ideas for you just to kind of focus that down a little bit instead of being like, oh, now what am I going to do? There's all these. Like, now what do we do?
Yeah, and don't, like she had told you what the circulation is, don't limit yourself to that, because we do have read-through. And our read-through too, it's pretty high, like close to.
We have over 100,000 readers.
Over 100,000 readers that read this.
Yeah.
So don't just say, oh, it's only 26, it's really a lot more.
And that's when your mom hands you the magazine and says, here, right? You wanna read that? Yeah.
Or the beauty salon,
Or the beauty salon.
under the hair dryer.
Yeah.
Right.
And so our pass along readership is over four people per copy. So that's an audited number.
Plus, they hold on to the magazine for about 3.5 days.
Or every once in a while, we get to work and there's a 1973 copy sitting outside the door saying, we thought you might want this. It's very cool. And then and sometimes when people pass away, they have like years, years and years and years of
So
magazine.
like the magazine.
Yes.
That every parent thought, that does so much.
That's fair enough.
I know, right?
You mind if we share some?
He and I'll share one.
Last year.
Why do you guys decide when you do articles like this? What do you do?
So that would be our editorial team.
Okay.
Yep, they get together and they decide.
Yeah, so like within 10 minutes here, we have.
Yep. Like that. Yeah.
So I know it's really easy to just flip through every page and kind of look at it. And sometimes that you get the information, sometimes hopefully we can explain.
Jeez, can I still- Or you should.
I'll share with them, because we can make a copy of it.
That would be.
We can
I'm
make a
gonna see
copy
if
of
I can follow directions and if I can't.
it.
We don't have a copy of the magazine yet. Because everybody takes it and starts working for it. All right, so everything I've talked about this morning, you can read on the first page, second page, the third page. We also, oh, by the way, we also have a TV show, called Missouri Life TV. I forgot to mention that. And if you've not seen our TV show, you can go to the website and you can look for Missouri Life TV. You click on that and you can see a TV show. And we have talked to Louisiana a long time ago about Pike County and Louisiana getting together and doing a TV show. So maybe that's something to brainstorm in the future. You know, maybe. And we're now in our 7th season of the TV show. So you'll really enjoy it. Go out there and look. Every show's about 30 minutes long and you learn about stuff you would never know about. It's wonderful. And we've won 5 Emmys. Yeah, 5 Emmys for our show. Yeah. And so then the next page is just a little more information about our demographics. And you'll also get a big kind of visual of where all of our subscribers are across the state. Yep. And stop me if you have any questions. And then we've talked about the digital pieces, you know, getting that message to the right person, the right audience that we were looking for. We were able to do that. The next page gives you we talked about a very lookalike audience. We talked about that and what that looks like. And you can see underneath that a little icon to the page, college grads, you know, their outdoor fitness, luxury, and walking wine with
So we can build these based on your specifications, if you know that, or what we can do is look at very successful campaigns that have done that well and then build them based on those.
And then we talked about the addressable geofencing.
Does everybody understand what geofencing is?
Yep.
Okay.
As everybody knows, they've been fenced, right? You know, you've been fenced. So when you walk into a store, you buy something, or you don't buy anything, you want that, you look at your phone, oh wow, and you'll get an ad. You've been fenced in that store, you've been ad in that
So
store.
basically they like drop a pin, go around that, and then when you reach within that area, you're gonna be subjected to that.
Yeah. You walk into a fence. I remember the first day I realized I'd been fenced.
Mhm.
And I was like, wow,
And then a lot of times though, what's called geo-recency,
Yeah.
you're familiar with that, to where the ad will follow you for 30 days. So no matter where you go after you leave that area, the ad's gonna show up for 30 days.
However, it's effective.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
Yeah, but
effective.
if we were just like passing through somewhere and we saw it and we're like, we're never going back to that town. We just stopped for blood. But, yeah.
And that's the same thing
Man,
that
I did all
happened.
my wild stuff back when we got all this.
What'd you say?
I'm glad I did all my wild stuff.
Yeah, when it came tracking.
Yeah, and I'm sure that Mike would have shown up at the field house all
Yeah.
the the time. Big trouble.
My kids would have wished that too.
I know. Okay, so the next page, we talked about the publisher website retargeting. That's where people that come to our website get an ad back. We can do that. And then one of the things that we're really proud of and what we do really extremely well is our dashboard reporting. So you can know in real time how your metrics are working. And you can see an example of that over here on the right page. And we'll give them impressions, the clicks, a click-through rate, and then the conversions. We can also track the conversions of people that actually digitally responded to your ad or actually walked into a brick and mortar.
So do you have Google Analytics set up on the website? Okay, so those will kind of show you particularly how we're driving that traffic for you. Google Analytics.
How many people come to your website?
It just depends on the content. Like, if there is a like a political event or something in the town or like a discussion, people will go on the internet and look at that. But then usually the town's quiet for most of the time, so it won't die. But I think we had like maybe 1,500 people at one point. Because when I redesigned it, the site was not optimized for what's called SEO, search engine optimization. Well, now it's starting to pick up a lot on Google. So it's kind of stagnant right now because there's nothing new going on at the moment.
Right.
But yeah.
We have this city website, ours is completely different. So maybe we just recently. And they send it to us.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Nice. So those are 10,000 people you could target to.
Yeah.
Great. I think that's great.
We do a lot of practicing on our website today. And Terry's like, yeah, we just want to go trying to fix something. And I click on it to see if it was gonna.
So we had Susan and I talked and I'm very comfortable with, so we would put this together and kind of line that out. First thing we're looking at is Missouri Life, the print magazine. So obviously we're looking at May and October because May is events.
It's early.
Oh, I'm sorry, June. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. So you guys really said it.
No, we had to make it.
Yeah, we have eight issues.
But we don't have. We do. But since ours is early June, it would be like.
Right.
Okay, good. Okay.
I mean, we can. Streaming TV and programmatic video, that's streaming and commercials. And if the programmatic video is video that's served to, let's say there was a big news story last night, so you went to the local website or news page and pull up the video to watch it, and right before that, you see a commercial. That's programmatic video, yes. Or if there's a long one, you're watching a 4-minute video or something, right in the middle of stop and a commercial error. That's what we're talking about. So those are really hyper targeted to just your target audience, just like the MTT. Then for Think Social, obviously we're looking at that because that, like I said, that is an action phase in our mind. That's when people know what they want to do and they want to do that for information. So 2 weeks before each event, we can do that. And then Missouri Life Digital, which is the impressions on our website, utilizing our websites, and we targeted those. So it's really taking advantage of our total audience and then creating those like-minded audiences with OTT and programmatic and being able to go out and find those. So this is all about educating all of these people. Probably going to talk to a lot of people. It's just opening up.
As far as like I know like a cold conference, they say they see 8 times or you're 8 times, whatever. Do you guys have a similar statistic of how many ads somebody can just from us?
Well, we usually have 3 frequency. That's within the typical advertising world. 3 frequency is usually what we If I tell you how to get to my house, and then we keep talking, or read. If I tell you how to get in, and then we talk for 10 minutes, and then I tell you again, and we talk for 10 minutes, and then I tell you again.
There is a, Nielsen did a thing a couple years ago, based on that three frequency. Those are three frequency events, then it kind of goes like this for a while. Then it really, you keep going and you keep, then it starts to take off. So we figured, so the longer frequency is better, the three frequency is very responsive, but just, there is, and you can, maybe 20 times, it would be ready.
I think we'll do is get each closer. I mean, you can get reach, but if you're not creating that frequency, it's kind of falling in deaf ears. And then if reach is not big enough, then you can say 25 times. And if we haven't done it by the 5th time, then any questions on just kind of what you were thinking?
First, we need to do multiple. Our job is to make sure. We've been having to do. My son is coming. This attention. But all the other two programs. So, it could. It's two benefits.
I think that's why you probably.
And now we need to. Last year, I did, very hard, much better. The way, and then we also. So we need to see it. So.
Well, when you expand your reach, you and people want to think that you can reach it up.
And that's actually we need to show that it's not just these two things.
I really feel that's where you'll continue with. We have mentioned that we had footage of somebody. Is it possible to utilize that?
Color Fest. Oh, yeah. Color Fest, there's a big car show down the riverfront, and then at the end of that, they'll show Georgia Street and how many people were in it. Which was,
Is that something that he would let us use?
that's Woodrow's, I'm sure it would. Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, because this, when we're talking about the TV, this has the production of commercial also, so it's not like, and having video like that, I mean, I hate to say it, but video is still king when it comes to.
Did it go to the number of
Advertising.
showed all the people? Yeah, myself.
Yeah, so that would be something to where we would just take snippets of and show the really big stuff and then kind of have the information in there and utilize something in 15 or 30 seconds. And then the best thing is that you guys can put it on the website, YouTube channel, you can put it on Facebook. All kinds of
And this,
utilization.
that one is the streaming one.
Yeah.
This is trying.
So you guys know what QR code is. So we can actually utilize QR codes within print. And we can also utilize it within the radio too. So you see commercials when there's a QR and people just put their phone up, highly effective.
It's a weird thing to see now, I'm like, really? Am I gonna do that?
Yeah.
Idiot. Look at your questions already.
No, just processing stuff.
Where's this from?
The magazine, we,
I mean, what-
we're printed, we publish out of Rocheport, which is about 15 minutes west of Columbia. Yeah.
So it's in Missouri.
Oh, yeah. It's a little bitty town, but I love it. It's like, you know, the Katy Trail goes right through it. And, it's just it's a great little town. There's a big winery there. Right along the river. Yeah. You know, one of the other things that I mentioned, and this may be of interest to you, is. Thank you. Sort of on a content side, you know, when you're connected with Missouri Life, Google likes that. Google thinks that we're extremely credible because we're probably some of the most prolific content makers on the planet. Every day we're making content and everyone kind of stuff. So we in a digital space, and you know how that works. You know, if we do something digitally, you know, like if we did sponsored content or you're looking at our website, Google does say, hey, we think Missouri Life's cool, so now we think you're cool too. And so
We even for that, you know, they change algorithms constantly.
Yeah.
And we just still just pop up there just because of the content that we're putting out, how we're doing it and everything else. So, but everyone else is.
Questions, comments?
Can you refresh me on the paid social, that would be delivering it right to
Newsfeed.
to
an audience.
people that we need.
So that they might have never come to your Facebook page ever. But if they fit that profile, when they scroll through the newsfeed, they're gonna see either your ad or the commercial or the information about your things.
And we can put video. on Facebook.
I mean, I would always, video is still absolutely key. Always want to watch it. As long as it's not too long.
So within this package, for the paid social, the $2,000, the guaranteed $80,000. Is that what's in the, so guaranteed $135?
Probably over the.
Right, guaranteed by
So we have the deliverable.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of times,
So would you have the deliverable for the streaming TV commercial, the streaming TV program?
Well, it would be on the data, it would be reported to you.
Okay.
Right, so in essence, we can't say for sure right now because we don't know who's gonna watch when and
Right.
how much. It just depends on the watching, but we generally only deliver on that stuff because there's millions of impressions out there.
So based on your audiences, then we'll find out.
And again, on the dashboard, you're gonna be able to see in real time what's going on within all the campaigns.
So within you have 26,000 subscribers, how many purchases of the magazine at like Barnes and Nobles and other stores do you have that are not subscribers? Do you have a figure off the top of your head?
It varies, but in our audit, we sell about 5,000 to 7,000 a year. Yeah. Just off it, we stand. Yeah, we used to sell more before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to be in a lot of other places, but after COVID, it was
Changed everything.
Oh, but then the website.
then the website.
Oh,
That's true. That is very true.
The majority of your subscribers are within the state of Missouri,
Yes.
right? Do you know that percentage? Because I see there's some things to me. More
We have less than 80%.
outside of Missouri. Okay. Yeah.
And just, you know, we do have just, it's not only anecdotal, but we see this on some of our reporting back from our ads on our website. We do have a number of people from Chicago that come to the website. That's of interest to you. They come to the website from Chicago. Yeah. They do. And
Oh my
Illinois.
God, something else, and I heard check something, and check out mine, that's what I wanted at first, I'm like, oh, they're reading it, and they're like, reading the whole inside of this.
Like, well,
It's probably just from the show Ozark on Netflix.
yeah.
I've never seen
And,
it.
yeah. What are our next steps for you?
We're done. And we're here, financial statement for everybody, so that we can. Plans and. Must and. This is really wonderful. I've learned a lot.
Yeah, and I do have one question for you. Have you looked into, becoming a DMO? Yes.
I was like, shortly before when we were, I was part of the board, when we joined, we didn't have the people.
You have to have a person full time.
What is it?
And it just,
Designated marketing organization, and it's the state of Missouri for Division of Tourism. There are additional funds that you can apply for as a DMO. So.
But you needed someone full-time that you paid. And when I was part of the board at the time, I was the only one here. We just felt that most of our money was going to that person. You know,
Yeah.
we weren't, like, we thought we could just volunteer and take over that person's position. And plus it was very difficult to find someone competent enough to do it. So,
It's like for everybody.
yeah. So, and that's where it was in 2019. The necessities to have the DMO was too much at the time. I don't know, maybe you're looking at it and
I just was curious.
huh?
because all of our money comes off.
Have you ever thought about, like, giving away a weekend to somebody that registers through Facebook or something like that, like during the Color Fest or something like that? Like you got bed and breakfast here, I mean, just getting 3 or 4, like a nice place to eat, maybe somewhere Uber or something like that. Those really do a long way to kind of get in interaction with your website and with the Facebook. It's you can have, click here and you can be registered. Yeah.
So many, yeah. And it's a great way to collect email database.
That's what I was thinking, that, and we're like,
Yeah.
who's the best?
There's a lot of data.
Very easy to do. We can actually come up with the concept and everything else. You just have to get the people, the vendors and the players to, participate. Usually people, when they want to go out, they want a place to stay, they want to eat, and they want transportation to somewhere within there. So think about those 3 kind of keys right there. No, like once they get here, they want to be able to have like I did a lot with the Cardinals and St. Louis and Holiday Inn, and we just set up a limo ride to the stadium so they can watch the game back. I mean, not that elaborate here, but it can easily be an Uber or something like that.
It may not be necessary.
Yeah, it may not be necessary.
Yeah, there you go.
And again, you don't have to have transportation. I mean, you can find a place that's close to the bus. But anything else like that, like if you have specific, like really cool shops, maybe a $20 gift certificate from there, so they can come in and shop.
I was thinking. They're right up on the and then you just walk them.
Yeah.
2 blocks from there.
And they get, obviously identified in the promotions, so we have their logo in there and everything else.
We're full of them. That's why we are asking them, because it's like, we need some ideas that are possible. Kind of hit the wall of what we know, and we've got to jump to that next step. So definitely have to get to the next step. And, you know, to be dangerous.
Yes.
I was in the village, so given 2 different radio stations on that there. So I was really the money into it, but I realized I gleaned quite a lot from it. I'm no expert by any means, but you know, the basic stuff. You need to have a target audience. You need to don't try to get everybody because you're not going to get everybody. And one thing our town's lacking is we have no tagline, or rather, they've had 1,000 taglines. So that's it. You know, the pictures of the town. You know, yeah, that one. You know, that there's just so. It's like we don't have an identity in that. We just feel like it's kind of hard and you know, it's made it.
But, yeah, we are
Town murals. Yeah, that's another one I was seeing a lot of murals now.
We call it the Louisi.
No. Yeah, so anyway. There's a lot of. But we need to go there. We need help.
we're here to help you. And, you know, we cover the state and we know a lot of people too, so creative minds and I always tell everybody that Missouri Life, we are known for our storytelling. We also have, you know, just great creative minds, you know, so, you know, if there's anything you're working on, like trying to come up with a tagline or whatever, you know, just, you know, let us know if you want, you know, need some help. We're definitely here to help. There are some very big brains back at that office and do a lot of the stuff in here that do really, really well, so.
Is this still, let's see, radio stations? So we have this event we're having, and it was the Bluegrass Festival, and they started adding on spring food. Should we be building a Chris? I wonder if you.
The reason we changed it is because we've had so many people say we've got a new generation. And we've got more people wanting to listen to different kinds of music. So we're gonna have a little bit of everything. So we're gonna widen it out to bring more people in besides just people who like to listen to bluegrass.
Because I thought the reason why that niche, and I had nothing to do with Jody Briggs, and it was all her own. But there's obviously a spot for that niche because of the turnout she had was phenomenal. It was really something. The amount of vendors she had was phenomenal. So it seems to me we would want to build off of that base that's already there, the 2 years of base, versus if we're changing it all, then we might lose some of those people unless that's mentioned. And I know, you know, I get when spring happens, but the first thing when I say spring, people go, like this in June. It's typically, I mean, somebody starts in June or September. Billy says, well, when it gets spring break starts in June, it's
Yes, it's gonna be like a music festival, so we can draw the young crowds in because not everybody likes bluegrass. We want to bring in, but since we started, we've had and we have a carnival coming. So we have more kids coming to where we can draw them in to be and stay around and listen to the music and be more involved. So it's just not the older generation to where we can have the kids in the 20s and to bring them back in and kind of give them something to listen to and to be more involved with.
So when you do this, you list on your website the bands that are going to be there.
We're getting it. Yep.
That's what we're in the process of.
People love music festivals.
We're gonna have everything. Yep.
You guys have like MC or host or
We have Adam Fazio. He's a local musician that's gonna do all the sound and everything for the
somebody else?
And a lot of these bands we don't have to pay for. They're gonna come in and just play to where it's free and we don't have to pay somebody to come and play.
Yeah.
Didn't we have a budget going there? Yeah, we have a budget. Yeah. Very low budget to have anybody come and play music.
I just didn't want to lose the bass strings on the, let's see. She's already built it on the-
They have like, when they, like, everybody's sort of all lose it, right? Yeah. And St. Louis, they have what's called Fleet Fest, so they have this, they have a day where they have like 10, 15 tour bands and they're all different. There's- Yeah. Then that way you can keep your movements, you can keep So we have to follow up, and I know we were talking about May's not ready to. Great to meet everybody. Yeah, thank you.
So this is what they sent me last week. I don't think that's cool. But since they changed their. Yeah.
I asked for. So if you look on your sheet, and we have your expenses, the top part is already done. That's what we have in our checking balance right now. So I wanted to start with where we are. The top part's already been contracted for, some contracts. We've got the finance for investment for 10,000. So they're basically 17 between. Now, this 1,125 was the third page before. They just offered us in this.
It seemed like to me it's two half events or 1,500. So that's 800.
Oh, that's good.
If we agree to this entire.
Yeah,
program.
So these 45, 45, 14, 45 are each third page ads. Those are already included in our budget here.
Mhm.
So they're giving us 2 half-page ads, May and October, for 1,600. So this look way, way, way better.
Weird.
Yeah. People look at.
I mean, yeah. So we agree to. What, I'm down here on it says Ag Missouri Tourism Magazine, third page, what is the 6,600 that you have written?
That is the Missouri Tourism Magazine.
Oh, that's
Which
if we
is
do
huge.
the, okay, yeah. Okay.
That's this one. We're doing an ad in there.
Okay.
They're super expensive.
Yeah, that
But that was for
That's
the
what
third
we
page. That would be-
tentatively agreed on.
Yeah, I think we were less than.
What did we think? Last month we.
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
gonna look
a
at.
third
it
is
again.
66, a sixth is
And-
36.
And that's a July date, that third.
Yes.
We have to commit to it by then. You understand?
Yes.
So we have time for that.
So we could
April- be able to come in and see what kind of money this is.
or potentially do it out.
Mhm.
That's not.
And I am gonna see if I can approach them on getting, they do the stories and things to do.
Yeah.
If I can talk them into using the website that, historic website that I've done, and the walking tours for something to do. We don't have much up here in Northeast, and it is kind of fun to see people. I get emails, we have quite a few followers, but almost 400 people that subscribe to that newsletter. Get something in here about us and provide them with the information that's happy. So then, I like that they're guaranteeing we've got deliverables with this, because other things were not, they aren't guaranteeing us anything. It's kind of, okay, here we go. So I take those 2.
Too close to 3 grand. 14.5. $28.90.
I see that opens up to here. So we're at 9,634. So and the web fees are minimal, and these were Facebook ads. So
Maybe about 2 months ago. I heard that like half of them left, but some of them plan to come back.
Pipeline is still here, and then the Clarksville has brought in all their people because they're redoing the dam. My nephew owns the cabins out there, and he's full with pipeline people, and said they'll be here probably till late June.
So we get money for the first 30 days. For each individual person, 31 days. So we'll still have that money coming to the capacity, and some left. When they come back, they have to start the 30 days.
That's
again.
what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, so that will be
Every time they
helpful.
go away, they start over.
So what I did was I took the 2890 off here, because that would be included in that package. Would give us a better deal. So up to 9,634 spare. And then, like you said, the 6,660 is a third page ad in the Missouri Tourism Magazine, which bang for your buck, which is interesting because the tourism, I'm sorry, I'm jumping and finishing my sentence, but what's interesting is here in the tourism magazine, this is the states, this is where the 6,660 would be. Missouri Life advertises in this a lot of times, over and over. So I'm not saying it totally replaces it, but it's kind of, it would direct people to Missouri Life within, well, I'm doing that. No, I'm doing that.
They're already advertising and then they're advertising.
Yeah. So that could be, I'm thinking we would probably have at least, drawing between, because this is everything we were anticipating for the balance of the year, the bottom part, the 10,456. So what are people's thoughts on the package? What do you like? What do you not like? What do you?
The Missouri Life
Missouri Life
for the $10,000. I guess since we've never done TV or program video, I just am hesitant because that is also the majority of where the money is going. We would just need to make sure that whatever video they come up with is decent and worth our while.
I think they were liking that one, they broke it, they were probably.
Yeah,
I'm
oh yeah, they saw
assuming
that and they wanted that.
They would
Yeah.
probably slice it where it's got some of that car show on it and all that, that piece, that there's a little bit on there where it shows all the people down the whole street.
Yeah.
And then it shows both ends of the color fest.
And that would be a brand new avenue for us that we've never
Right.
touched, so.
And that's what we kind of are at the place. We've got stuff in place, we've got the billboards in place, we've got other things. I think it's kind of that big, go big or go home time. We need to get Louisiana known. We're gonna have to push out. And that's why I didn't even know they did some of this. And I really like the social media, the idea that we can say, okay. And I've done a little bit of that with the house tours last year, and we got a really good response. But that is, that's what it means.
So
What other step would there be?
Right.
Other than what you already do?
Right, yeah, same,
So I
like we
mean-
do Facebook, we do, you know, the only other one we don't touch is radio. Like, other than that, radio and this.
What, yeah.
My question would be, since this is a $10,000 package, would we have to put it before the council?
Yes.
When is the next council meeting?
He said we don't have to do it by package either.
Okay, we can do it by each.
So we could do it by piece.
Yes, because their deadline for their Missouri print is in 2 days.
Yeah.
So for the spring fling ad, we would need to have that done. Face that.
So we need the copy on that.
Right.
So that goes huge. Chris, what do you want to say?
I have that big flyer already created.
Yeah, Em's got a flyer I can scan and send to you. Another thing you all might think about is when we did like events and everything in Illinois, if you call like the TV stations, they'll come down and film stuff for you all like as an upcoming event, and they do it for nothing. It gives you a little broadcast out there, but I mean, you just have to, get online, fill out your form, and tell them, hey, we're gonna have it this date. They'll send somebody down there to talk to you all and film. It's like a 15-minute film.
I think that myself, that would be more whoever's putting on the particular program.
I was just saying, like, for your all stuff, like our tourism stuff, I mean, throw that out there because they may like stuff that you all want, I mean, it's some free advertising.
So you go.
I was just gonna say, those were basically kind of advertising the city and the things, not to, I mean, we are doing some of the particular events. But they wouldn't want to talk to me about it because I have not a clue what's going on, other than what you've told us today.
Mhm.
So I think you would be the best person to do
We're,
that.
we're kind of working on that.
So this was our ad last year, and it was our like for when it was the Bluegrass Pickers Festival. It had the date, a picture of where Louisiana was, our contact information, the different bands. Would you want this ad, or do you want something? Do you want to put the?
That's usually perfect size.
This is This was a fourth page that we did last year.
And this
So
here, we're getting a half page.
Hashtag.
Nick, what's your, as a newspaper person, what is your view on something like that?
I mean, it's a decent sized ad, I believe. I mean, yeah, I think if we had even like a half page, I think.
Well, yeah, so with this package, it's gonna be a half page ad, but my question is, you want Spring Fling to be changed, the date will be changed.
Because we
live-
didn't have this yesterday.
Right, the live bands, the Bluegrass Americana, folk, what other types of bands
Yeah.
are there?
We're gonna have a little rock and roll and a little country.
I wouldn't put like the genres you have, because I mean, that's not something that's locked in.
Mhm.
I would put it like the wording multiple genres, because we don't want to get somebody's hopes up for one genre and we not have that. I mean, the one bluegrass player that Jody had, he gave Jody paid him one price last year. He's doubled that price this year.
Okay,
Because it's gotten so popular.
so which bands do you have locked in? What
We
genre?
have Adam Fazio locked in.
What is his genre?
I don't know, a little bit of,
Everything.
he can do a couple of different genres really, because he's got the one guy that can do bluegrass.
Because he's a mixture of rock and country. Isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's now got the new guy within that can do bluegrass.
Okay. Anyone else that you have locked in for sure in their genre?
Not yet. That's what we're finalizing with all of them right now, currently.
The guy wasn't the one that had to use his truck.
No, that
No,
was
that
the
was
one
an
she had.
Adam. Yeah.
The one at $250
Yeah.
a day for his
Yeah.
truck.
So in last year's ad, we did have a kid zone or a fiddle contest, adult games. Is there gonna be a fiddle contest this year?
No.
Kid zone, we have carnival,
Yeah.
That'll be the full carnival.
adult games, I don't know what that means, but. No?
No.
Vendors?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
we
gonna have
will
all
have vendors.
that vendors.
But I mean, games and entertainment type, that way would be all the carnival, because they're gonna have all their rides and activities for all ages.
What is your goal for the amount of bands that you have for you? Do you have a goal set?
As in money goal
No,
or total
number of
bands?
bands.
We're hoping to have 4.
4
So we have a
bands.
couple of them that are just volunteering to play.
4 to 6 at least.
Food trucks and vendors, yes. Anything else that we can put in this ad?
Yeah.
When we run this ad, if we're gonna miss something, we don't want.
Let me see, let me look at, pull the flyer up that I made for Bluegrass. I have, Nick, what about that pamphlet that I showed you that? This one?
Yeah.
So I have a pamphlet that I made up. It's got all the information. I can send it to you to go off of if you want.
It looks really good.
Be perfect for her to go off of.
What's your email, Kaylee?
It's right there.
KPOB 4245 @gmail.
So we just gotta give them the info and let them do the.
Yeah, I would say so. You guys want it titled Spring Fling. We need to get it to him probably today or tomorrow. Yes.
Alright, I just emailed that to you to go off of. It's got kind of what I have a couple of the people in town handing out.
The carnival thing.
The lady kind of is just playing it by ear. I think when that guy slammed it, it might have.
Cause at first they said they said until 11, but they would go by the last couple hours to see how it's going. That's what they had told us.
Yeah, that lady, she said she's got to do 10. But if there's a big crowd, let's do.
Yeah.
She said that, and if it dies down, she'll close before that.
Red, R-E-D-D.
Woo, they're not even close, are they?
No, well, we started at D.
I got the two flyers.
Is the times? Do the times?
The time, the June 7th through the 9th, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Is that good?
That's what you're.
Yeah, that's what she's going off that flyer. It's all on there. All the information.
Be, and they'll stay open later if there's a great big crowd. They'll have.
So I don't have to worry about that, the color fest with that.
No, yeah, Color Fest one is not probably until probably August, yeah. Okay.
All right, so you obviously like the print ad. And I just a paid social activities prior to each event
Mhm.
and dates. Questions? Even if it's just for 2 events.
I would assume that's what they meant by that.
Pardon?
I would assume that's what they meant by that, since they already know that most of what we're doing is just for the two events. Right. So that paid social line.
So what do you guys think of this one?
I feel like that seems like a lot.
That one?
Like, I understand that they're more direct than we are as far as like who is getting those ads. $2,000, like $1,000 a piece just seems like a lot for 40,000 impressions each. Yeah. I don't know what our reach was when we were doing our own Facebook ads. Yeah, I think good to have that information. I would just like to compare that with them.
What's other people's input? Wayne, what do you think?
I don't really know.
Pardon me?
I really don't, know. I'm not really smart on this.
So they need to train them on the paid social media that they expect to reach.
At least 80,000, yeah, for each, whether that's each of them or all together, I would assume all together. So you're gonna expect 40,000 impressions for each event, the Color Fest and the Spring Flame.
We should probably get
No, so, well, we're gonna have two ads, one in the May, one in October, but they're gonna do all of the advertising for each event.
Okay, so on our last ad for the holiday home tour, we spent $25 and 2,400 people.
Right.
Where it goes like that. $25 for 2,400. Like a penny an impression. That was-
I just put my job.
Yeah, I did in social media marketing.
But that's not necessarily restricted to just two, right? Just
Well,
because we
and-
only spoke about two basically.
I got like.
Okay,
So it's like $25 back on us. So yes, about a penny per. So with our own $2,000 doing strictly Facebook, we could potentially reach 200,000. Right. With a penny. Yeah.
But we'll go one step further.
But they are more targeted than we are. I just wanted to look at
Yeah.
this map.
No,
As far as
I agree.
we were.
Yeah. Okay, so. Also, you know, Jen's spending money.
Yes.
So do we, I'm wondering if we, I know this is a lot. But we're trying different medias and find out what works. Get some feedback. Get some feedback. If people, if they charge and get them, this is the way most weeks are going to work. That would be really good.
Color Fest had to probably spend $100 on. So that was like, I'm looking at. Not necessarily his engagement with, they clicked on it or they liked it or something like that. So I'm just looking at what's on it.
Yeah. I think we should see what works. Not.
See their analytics of what did they click on to get to those exact. And we can take that information and do it ourselves.
And then the commercial thing, I like the thing, well, this is something else. I didn't see what else. See, there was a video, and I think it was. Oh, no, this was, what's that, Louisiana, German, we put it in this room, Louisiana.
It's Woodrow.
We're talking about,
I said Woodrow.
no, it wasn't actually on the page, we did the protein, just that. Did a really cool video of the town that they used for pictures. So, so we look for stuff every day, and the same, you know, and he said, well, we also have it would be nice if these commercials. I was really get two videos out, because it was showing cars and we're from the front, Chase could take the pictures to go through that we could have some additional. Or bond. Because we need, we're gonna do two events. So there are people that are in stories or people that like other things that we might be able to. Yeah, so not only these events, but you actually can see this, the others. If left over, that we have something else, because he did say something in the presentation of the video, it's really well, and that's something. So that may be something that's not only our website, but history. And I'm gonna be coming up to it soon, I'll be able to help you with stuff that you're doing, the golden house thing.
Okay.
But more people are asking today, Alyssa sent me, I said he wants to get, does everyone come with historic signs? Anyway, more of those people asking for them. I'm just a bit busy. So that we have more. I know it's.
There's not that one video, I remember where they can't, slip it in where you show part of the town and then it goes into an event. Goes into, maybe just the riverfront or another part of the town.
Chase
There's
is
a lot of fun.
excellent, excellent picture. I love that picture of the viewfinders, all I can think of. That picture is perfect, as you saw. Because that was just, that is such a good picture.
It's for all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So that was just super, thank you for donating.
Okay, so, sorry. I was like, I had it listed on my list of how to get tickets. I was like, I don't think we ended up using it. Well, if we put them on our website, potentially.
Right.
I just,
This one is really not. This one is from something I inherited.
we could still.
And then this other one is.
I just wanted to follow up.
Yeah.
We took better.
This is Jeremy's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just wanted to follow up with it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're not doing it at this time, but you know, we need to have.
Chase.
Yeah.
Do you want $25 for these?
For what?
We were having a competition.
Huh.
I don't think we could pay it.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay, so
But take some more for
if we do vote yes, this package, it has to be.
the whole pack.
The whole package.
And it's under 5,000, not, but it's over 5,000.
But it's technically 4 different.
And if you're not taking it all at once, then I would say probably this business especially as important as getting Springfield and Bluegrass in that team. So if you just go with that 1,600, not have to.
So if they're different bills, so if we get the one bill for 1,600.
Yeah, I don't see that any of them, yeah, I think you're gonna have fun.
Yeah, because actually.
You don't know when you accidentally use it, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the date to? They did the big move on one, right?
Yeah, yeah, so it's on that $5,000.
Okay. So as long as the bill that they bill is.
So I guess we need to do them as, who wants to do the Missouri Life Group? 2 pages for 1,600.
You get the vote.
So we got unanimous. All right. who wants to do the streaming TV and program video? So they will produce a commercial that we can then use on our Facebook, our website. We can use it on the city website if, you know, Chase wants to put it on there, whatever. They'll do 3 months and the dates are to be announced. I like this because so somebody sits down to watch something that applies to what we are, and Chase, tell me if you know something about it, either. I don't know. But that when they're sitting there, that ad comes up that people are looking for. I want to get as much bang for our thought, but we really need to try out some of these new media. I mean, there's stuff out there that is, you know, a little bit older. When you meant to have him catch the mention, whoa, stop, wait. Because I knew I couldn't reiterate it, and I knew there was a lot of things that they could do for us that, you know, we can see how it works, because it works well. We just need to get people into town. We've been banging our heads against the wall. How do we get them off of the bypass on 54 to come into town? And I'm hoping this will do enough that we can get new people in here to see. And between that and Chris working on these two big events, because I think with the events too, those are gonna bring people in. But again, I can't be here June 8th, you know, because I was looking forward to that. But sorry, guys, my son keeps precedence over any events.
We'll have more stuff.
Chase.
Oh, I just had a question. So if the council approves this, when would this hypothetical magazine go on display? When would Missouri Life start doing this stuff?
Well,
They already are.
we already have, they are gonna, this half-page ad
Okay.
is it's going to be totally about sprinkling.
Okay.
It's all about sprinkling, so it's a half
And
page.
council didn't have to pass.
And then the other half-page ad will be for Color Fest. And that's why I said when I was going over the money perspective, we can take those two out. Because they've given us really a great price on this. And I noticed the bonus is because we're doing multimedia.
It's a discount. as
They're
well.
giving us the discount because a third page ad was $1,445.
So we were
One.
prepared to spend just
20.
3,000.
Yeah. For
On
just those.
two print ads,
Yeah.
so we're getting it almost half price.
So here's a question. Is there any video or cinematography whatsoever for the Bluegrass Festival? Any videos at all? Because we have the
From
drone.
last
We need
year?
to ask Jody, because that
Okay.
would be good. So we need to ask Jody about that. She had a,
And I don't think they'd be able to tell anything specific enough from drone footage to be like, oh no, that one was bluegrass, not
Right.
color.
Or just
Yeah.
say, like, wow, they have
but
events
if
in
we
this
did
one
have
space.
something of a stage, someone else that, you know, actually performing, anything like that would be good. That's a good idea.
But if they wanna move it out to dress more into spring fling, you really wouldn't want to go with a bluegrass band or anything like that anyway.
Well, the reason why I brought it up is because if you're spending the advertising dollars, if you're gonna essentially showcase what the Bluegrass Spring Fling is, and there's no video to go with it, people just have the flyer to look at. But if you were to like get the video first, I'm just speaking hypothetically, you were to get the cinematography done first for the festival and then go with advertising, then you have the video already, and then you just give it, because there's no video, there's no hype, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing about why they took the vote on this first thing was they have 2 days to get the ad in for the spring fling bluegrass, or it
For
will
the
not
print
be
ad.
in Missouri Live. They'll miss that chance totally after
But
that.
that's just
Okay.
a print ad.
But
We
that's-
have
Yeah,
time
that's
that's
to
a
all
print
printed
it.
ad, half-page printed ad.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna have
And
to
this
move.
one.
But like the other one, I see where Chase is coming from. If you did like the TV and
Right.
like,
Like, we don't even have video footage of the carnival, it's something that you could potentially advertise, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's not, 'cause that's the
Right.
first time one's been
Oh, you
here.
could be looking at real book.
We are filming that for sure.
This was the third page or the quarter page, and they're getting a half page. This is the one that they get.
Right. So people, when they look at this, they just have the flyer, but they don't have any like pictures or anything like that, just the flyers in their head.
Correct.
Okay. So really, when they look at this, they have an abstract idea about it.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. Then we're talking about the streaming.
Well, let me ask you that, Missouri Life Digital is the second week of April. Is that something else that you might want to have to work on due to time-related restriction? That's Missouri Life Digital.
Gotcha. Mhm. Well,
Yeah, that what, it's
tonight.
second week.
We may be able to shift it this way, and then we could use some of that also for the Christmas stuff. We're trying to make the Christmas thing. I'm sure, I would think they would be very accommodating that we could shift that back, because that's a good point. It's awfully close. Okay, so,
Does anyone who is not a voting member have any qualms or concerns about the streaming TV portion? Or anything you'd like to discuss before we?
I think it's kind of getting burnt out with all the things that we just bringing and doing, I mean, not randomly, but it's efficient, but I just think we need to make that leap into something.
and see,
Yeah.
see how it works and how
Yeah.
effective.
Roll the dice, it's
No.
gonna win, or it's not gonna be a good thing.
Well, and now is
Learn
the
from
time,
it.
we've got, I know, Janine Kelly, you already know this, Chris, but Janine already has a big event happening at her place. There's 20-something vendors coming in.
We've discussed that with Brooke, it's all categorized together.
Oh, with whom?
Brooke,
Oh, Brooke. Yeah, because I was at Janine's the other day and she was saying that she's having a separate event, but there'll be 20 vendors, and so that would also be a good draw with the spring fling. So that's great. I'm on the same time, same weekend.
little, it's Brooke does what? Brooke,
Brooke is,
Put it
Brooke
together.
is, Janine's PR person.
Nancy's and Mrs. Springfield.
Okay, so,
that's why when we were planning the map out, I left that whole space in front of her building open. So she could put signage up, everything in front of it, to draw them inside.
So do we wanna have a vote on the approval of $4,500 streaming TV program? What's your vote?
You get a vote.
Honestly, with it being my first meeting, I'm unsure what, because how many people are actually going to see it? I know my age, Nick, do you sit down and watch a lot of TV?
No.
It's streaming.
Not really, no.
See, that's the thing. Is it gonna reach the age for the younger generation?
I think social probably will.
And I think that's kind of what they say they reach out for is the younger crowd, I think. Well, I don't know which one of them it was, but she was talking about that.
I feel like it would still hit, like, the demographic that has the money to travel and come in. All of that, and then we might hit some of the younger demographic, because that also included the YouTube ads and things like that at the beginning of those videos are also included in that $4,500. So you're not sitting down to watch
Yeah,
Hulu,
it's,
you're,
Watch YouTube.
yeah, you're watching YouTube, you're watching Twitch, you're like, they would also be able to hit the.
I mean, if it's hitting more than just like somebody who sits down and watches regular Spectrum TV,
Not
stuff
Spectrum
like
TV.
that, it'd be different.
Hulu, Roku, Sling, YouTube.
Yeah.
Twitch.
Then, yeah, that's what the younger generation is, so.
They're not doing Charter, they're not doing direct TV.
I don't
They
know
said-
if that came out.
They said they can't do that, but they can do any streaming and platforms.
Streaming platforms, I think it would reach.
They don't do Netflix because they said Netflix doesn't, it's not ads, doesn't have ads yet. Yeah, but any app that has a streaming ad is what they do. So 40 streaming. Yeah, so it's 40 apps that are actually streaming and 60.
Do they have a set amount of people that their ads reach with that way?
They
Well, it's going to be,
similar locations.
it only plays if somebody's watching. So it's not like it plays and chances are hit or miss. We know that it's gonna hit because it only plays if someone's watching it. That's why I think it's such a cool thing.
I mean, unless it is, because with the 40 and 60, if we get clarification. No. Sure, we're not only getting 100 runs for one.
Or is it how many streaming people they-
Yeah, the different apps that they entertain.
the menu is. And open.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a lot to not. You don't know exactly who, like, the outreach that are going to see it, where, like, Facebook and all, you can set that outreach number with all the demographics
Well, we can do that.
No,
with
and the
them.
geofencing.
No, I think it is, it's not just general, it's if they are doing it by.
Yeah, because we can either set our own
It's not
demographics
just-
or they can use their demographics that, yeah. 35 to 60 people, household income 145 to 300. College and grad, school grads, outdoor fitness, whatever, like that is their demographic. And either we can go with that same demographic or we can set our own, each one of those. As to who we want them to reach.
So, let's go back and I vote yes.
How about this?
Yes.
The next one. The paid social, 80,000 impressions for $2,000 to expire to each event.
So that needs to go. The targeting again.
Is that per event that gets advertised?
Right, so it's gonna be $1,000 per each event. So 40,000 impressions per event.
It doesn't really say that. But it's 40, I'm just dividing it.
We're just assuming.
Assuming that would
But that's
be
here,
in
it's here.
Right.
There is a disclosure on their
Yeah, did you read in the bottom, the design
their
fees?
form, they have fees and all that are
They
added
have in the
into that.
past, for sure.
Sometimes that fine print gets you.
When we did it in the past, it wasn't that much, if I remember, correctly. Yeah, we had to pay, was it like $50 extra for the print ad, which it ended up being worth it as long as we only paid you this. Yeah, because they did a lot better of a job than we are. So I'm gonna send them your flyers and I'm gonna put everything that you told me and they're gonna make their own ad. And we're gonna have approval of that ad. Yes. Because they made this ad that's in the magazine. Jody gave them something very similar to what she wanted and they added some more stuff. Yeah, and they added it, and they created that map specifically for us.
I mean, I think social media would be good because everybody, all of all ages, have social media.
Well, that's not true. But the reason I know is because Don Gilman doesn't have email. I have clients that don't have
Yeah, you
email.
know?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're way ahead of Gilman.
Alright, does your phone still have physical buttons or you got a screen?
I got one that fancy phone.
Oh.
They call it it won't let you out of it.
That's right, leaving.
Yeah. You can't get out of it.
Okay. so
Take on everything.
All right, vote for approval for the paid social media for $2,000 for $80,000 for 80 impressions. You approve, yes, whatever, $2,000.
Number 3.
Yep, approved. And then the final one would be on their digital website. For.
I think the 60/40 thing is percentage, because now that I'm seeing it down here as well, 60 on Missouri Life for the audience extensions, I think they're talking about a 60/40 split. For streaming fragment. Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
I got it. Right. No, I think that maybe it's 60/40. So none of this includes the e-letter though,
They said, yeah, they said it was free.
well, it's free to
No.
sign up for.
Oh.
For us to be in their newsletter that they
Yeah,
email
because
that they
it's
send out.
they didn't do it, it's newsletter. For a thing,
Yeah, it doesn't, not unless that's the Missouri Life Digital on and offsite. I would assume offsite would be.
Right, it says audience extensions, I think that's that ad.
Because the letter would not be on the Missouri.
I don't know, we did it's not that good, the last email we did.
Okay, we did email for them too.
Yeah, and I don't think she saw a lot from it, so that might not be. And we could always still get in their newsletter, but not as an ad, because that's them to feature us.
I would like to see it. A lot of messages for us and getting our name out there, please. Because I mean, you know that we're still missing it.
I'll put it on.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
All right. So, anything else that we need to discuss about Missouri Life? Can we move on to a few other things that happen in the meeting?
Yes.
All right. So, yes, okay, so, let's talk about the Lamar bill. Are they sending it to the city hall, or are they sending it to you? The billboard. The billboard.
Oh, no, I already, because I had talked to them ahead of time, this, usually what they do is they do one bill every month, which is
Right.
paying in the butt. So I emailed her on Friday, she was out, Friday. And she sent me an email today, she will get this ready, she'll have it tomorrow, and I'll forward them to her.
Oh, okay, are they gonna be two separate bills?
Because all of these have already been approved. So all of this is the amount, I believe all of these will be separate bills. And we've approved them already. We can
Yes.
reapprove them.
And they're being sent to you and you're gonna forward them?
Mhm.
Okay.
So I share them tomorrow. And
Okay.
then that way I'm still doesn't have to pay.
Yes, yes. All right.
So that's done.
Is her name with an I, Alyssa, or what?
It's LISSA. ALISSA.
Yes, okay. All right, let's just see. Website, okay, it's last name. We're still talking about the Missouri Tourism Magazine later. Pike County brochures. Did you get them?
She had told me that they would be ready and I have not gone down to them.
Okay.
And that's. I go to the bathroom in my free time, so I never. That's all I can work on.
Bluegrass Festival, we know the date. Did we ever figure out a date for the Battle of the Bands in summertime?
Not gonna do that.
That's not happening.
Okay. Got it. April 20th is the police department, fire department back to the blue vendor.
Sirens and shields. is what it's called.
Siren, what?
Sirens and Shields.
And Shields. That's April, just April 20th.
Yes.
Do you wanna say anything more about that? Or do you want any advertising?
I will
Or
send you the little flyer that's.
you wanna do Facebook ads?
Chris, are you gonna be sending me the stuff you want to go on the website?
Yes, the lady from the carnival is supposed to send me all that stuff. And she's got pictures and all that of the fair and everything. So I thought that would be perfect for you. As soon as they don't get in any rush.
I can use what you sent to get it on there and then you can screenshot it.
Um. Catfish Wrangler, that still May 17th and 18th. Did you guys know anything about that?
That's
She was, last night she was trying to get everything lined up.
but not at the festival.
She's saying
In
May.
May. She, I knew she was asking questions of who to talk to and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I thought- Is there the Miss Missouri Outdoors under our action as discussed in March?
Is that still popular?
What?
This is very outdoors.
As far as I
It's usually the Saturday of Color Fest.
I do not have an update on it yet, where we're gonna do it. So it's gonna be at the Keeley Center this year? Scrolling there. Any other sites of Missouri Life? Missouri Life.
Yeah.
So the only two action items I got until next month's meeting is for us to get this Missouri Life at a public 20th. I'll take care of that. You're gonna get the markers paid, has to listen, paid. Anything else?
This was the big thing.
What?
Go down and see the other one.
I have not been on 61 for a while.
But she was looking on the opposite highway.
And then you want to see the ones that's
Well, then we'll be down there again tomorrow.
It's on the left hand side.
Oh, hey,
Yes.
somebody in the chat said Louisiana Concerned Citizens are hosting a Major League Baseball pitch hit and run April
Which one
20th at Wallace Park at 1 p.m.
April 20th.
Yes,
Yeah.
at Wallace Park.
Is that the same day as the Senators and
Yep.
Shields?
Mm-hmm.
So.
She has a flyer on the Concerned Citizens.
What is it called?
Louisiana Concerned Citizens Major, what?
It's just Major League Baseball pitch hit. Yeah.
Couldn't think it was the last.
Where is it at Wallace?
Yeah, Wallace Park at 1 p.m.
Yeah, she's got stuff on the Concerned Citizens page, I think.
We need to get. Probably not this event. Make sure we have bluegrass color bells.
You sent me your brochure for your shoes.
I just sent it to her, the.
Because I was gonna put it on the website.
Oh, it said this is Doris. She said she sent Susan information a month ago, and she said she just sent her flyer out via Facebook
You
Messenger.
know what? I had. Look, I think I missed it, because she could send me that information again. I appreciate it. So I sent it.
Yeah, Doris, if you can hear us, make sure to resend that information again.
Oh, I forgot. Thank you,
Yeah.
Doris.
I think they're all swing events are posted to our website. Who wants to make sure that?
I'm not in this, honestly.
No, I'm not. Do you have access to the website?
I do. You do too. All of us do.
I don't know how to edit it.
I can do it all.
Okay.
So we need to put, spring cleaning, we need to put the shield, we're gonna send that to you. And then Doris is gonna be sending all of that on there. When Judy Martin's coming.
Spring.
birthday.
What is?
My birthday.
What day?
Okay.
What day is?
25th.
Oh, are you? I got it.
It's my wedding day.
Is it July 15th?
Okay, I also should. That way you can't forget it.
52 years.
Do you guys know what Janine's theme is with her?
Or is it 52 years in July?
It's just a craft that I would look and see what Brooke has. She's got a flyer all made up that she pushes out for it.
Because I'm good, I'm wondering.
It's kind of
if
a
I should get it on
floral
this file.
looking flyer.
So I'm gonna motion to end the meeting. Second, next meeting is Monday, April 15th at 10 a.m. I believe.
Now bring drinks.
Let's see, make sure.
All right.
To celebrate.
Is it?
That's my
No.
birthday. Come on.
Is it your birthday?
My birthday's in Saturday.
You're finally old
Does
enough.
that work? Does that work for us? Yes, yes.
What time?
10 a.m.
Yes.
It works for you? Emily, you can make it?
Yep.
All right. Cool. Because we have to make sure we have enough people for quorum, so we can hold the meeting.